Hello everyone, welcome back to the Traxion YouTube channel. Welcome to week 5 of my fixed Ferrari track guide series here on iRacing. Now week 5 brings us to the beautiful Interlagos, a track that I never used to like, but actually it's one of the best circuits for racing on iRacing. So if you followed my track guides before, you'll know that they are not a place for hot laps. It's a slow, methodical approach to learn the circuit where we talk about my braking markers, my reference points, and the little quirks that each circuit has. So as usual, I will show you the flying lap in full, then we'll jump in the car, do a few laps, show you those braking markers and reference points in action. So let's get on track. Okay, so here we are then on the main straight here at Interlagos. So as usual, we've set the sim time to match the official series. So it's the 16th of October 2021 and the time in the sim is 5 p.m. We're also using the iRacing sprint setup, which is what is used in the official series. Track temperature right now is 26 degrees Celsius, exactly the same as it was in the flying lap that you've just seen. Brake bias, we've gone for 53.9, only one click down from what it is from the iRacing setup. That is because pretty much everywhere here at Interlagos we're trail braking to the apex. Yeah, a low brake bias might get you a quicker lap time, but 53.9 I found is quite stable, quite safe, gets the job done nicely. So Interlagos, it's all about the exits to two turns really. One of them is turn number 1. If you get a good exit on those two turns, they both lead onto long straights. That's what gets you a decent lap time. So turn 1, we're going to be having the car right over to the right hand side, round about here, and we're going to be braking just before or just at the 50 board. So we're in 5th gear here at this point. We're heading for the Sao Paulo on the board right in front of you. We're going to be braking in a straight line all the way down to 2nd gear because we want to open up this left turn here, and we're going to be apexing this one really late, and we're going to be going across this curb, and we want the car right over here at this point to open up this right hand turn as much as we can, because when we get on the gas here we're pretty much on the gas all the way from here right down the straight, which leads to a potential overtaking opportunity. So 2nd gear, then we're going to short shift to 3rd, and we're going to cut this curb on the right. Be careful not to get your wheels on the grass, because you will lose a bit of traction there. So this is flat out here now. Then get the car right off to the left. Use all of this curb on the inside. Make it as tight as you possibly can. Accelerating all the way up to 4th gear. Then up to 5th gear. For this really tricky left-hander. This is where you're going to get an off track, if anywhere, here at Interlagos. Now, braking marker, I use this small access road on the right-hand side here, just after the 100 board. We're in 5th gear, and we're going to be going down 2 gears, down to 3rd gear. So I brake here, and I hold the brake pretty much all the way to the apex. We're going to be trail braking in, we're going to be turning in really late, and then we're going to clip this curb on the inside, and then get on the gas now. Let the car drift out here. Any more than this, you're pretty much going to get an off track. It's really brutal there. And move the car back over to the left-hand side for this double right. Now, braking points here, it's really difficult in the Ferrari, for me at least, with the field of view that I've got right now, to spot my braking marker. Now, I use the apex for this first right, which is right behind the bar, the metal bar on the windscreen there. So I can't really see that. So you need to find something on the side. There is a small hut on the left hand side, like a marshal's post there. You can use that. If that goes out of your peripheral vision, that'll probably work for me actually. When that goes out of my peripheral vision, when it goes behind my A-pillar, then that's my braking mark. So you need to find a place here where you can brake this right turn. Now we're in 4th gear, and then we're going to be hitting this first apex, then down to 3rd, let the car drift out wide a bit, just playing with the throttle, and then get back on the gas and catch this second apex. All the way out here we're accelerating, and then pretty much when we get on the top here, we're going to be braking down into 1st gear, braking, hold the brake, and we're going to take a massive chunk of this inside curb there. Hold first, accelerate, and then back on the brakes again. The car, you will feel here that the car gets into this dip, and then it kind of gets grip again, and when it gets grip again, you'll feel it. That's when you need to get on the gas. And then we're on the accelerator all the way out here, 2nd gear, up to 3rd gear, move the car back over to the left. You can use this tree as your reference point as a braking marker. So we're going to be going all the way down to 1st gear again. We're going to stay not right over to the left, but kind of where we are now, to open up this right as much as we can. And we're going to be trail braking all the way to the apex again, cut this curb, and then here we want to be getting on the gas, but nice and smooth, because it does crest here a little bit. You will possibly lose a bit of traction, so nice and progressive with your throttle inputs at this point. And then up to 2nd, accelerating flat out here. We're not going to lift. Car over here to the right, just to open up this left, flat out. If you do that, you can take it flat out up to 4th gear. Then here we want to move onto this like a tan colour surface there. We don't want to go over it too soon, so we want to wait until the end of the curb on the right hand side, and then we move the car over here, and we're going to be braking. This is what I use as my braking marker. So there's a darker tuft of grass just in front of my, just above my instruments there. That's what I use as my braking marker. And we're going to be going down into 2nd gear. I'm going to turn in quite late, again braking hard, and then we're going to turn in late, and we're going to clip a little bit this inside curb. But when you get here, you want to be on the gas. The earlier you can get on the gas here, the better. So obviously we're flat out here till turn number 1. So get on the gas nice and early. Use all of this on the exit. You can use this curb, and you can use this mesh area there, but be careful there because it does end quite abruptly there, and if you go on the grass, then it's curtains. So accelerate all the way up, right to this curb on the left hand side. Again, be careful that the car doesn't go on the grass there, and then again right over to this wall, to 5th gear, make the track as short as you can, and then move the car over to the right. So we're braking just before the 50, or just at the 50. We're going to be braking in a straight line, turning in really late over this curb, and then accelerate, short shift to 3rd, and then you can keep on the gas all the way up here. Use this curb on the left, and open it up now, up to 5th gear, and then we're braking at this access road on the right hand side, and we're going to be down 2 gears, and hold the brake to the apex. Now we get on the gas. Any more than that, you'll get an off track on the right hand side. It's really, really brutal, awful. So here, this is the tricky braking marker. So I'm going to use that marshal's post there, down to 3rd gear, and just hook this 2nd apex up, and then on the brakes down to 1st gear. Cut a load of this curb on the inside, leave it in 1st, then on the brakes. There's the grip coming back there. You'll feel the car coming back. If If you're trail braking there around that point, you will feel the car get loads of grip from somewhere. and then you can get on the gas. So open up this left. This is flat out. Up to fourth. Then move over after the curb, and then there's the braking marker. Down 2 gears. On the apex. Get on the accelerator. And you carry that all the way up to turn number 1. So we'll start to slowly pick up the pace now. Again, keep the car over to the left, make the track as short as you possibly can. Now here we're going to be braking just before the 50. In a straight line. And cut this curb on the left. Then short shift to third. And then this is flat out all the way up. So just for information, I did my fast lap on lap 9. So that is a true reflection of lap times. It wasn't done on fresh tyres. Lap number 9, that was my fastest lap. The one that you've just seen. So we're going to be looking for this Marshall post to disappear on my peripheral vision there. Down to third gear, then we're going to hook up this second apex. Just playing with the throttle. Then back on the brakes, down to first gear. Take a massive chunk of the curb. Get on the accelerator. Then brake, trail brake all the way around. There's the grip, it's coming back there. Move the car over to the left, just where the tree is. Down 2 gears to first gear. Put this curb, nice and gentle with the throttle. Open up this left, and flat out round here. Move the car over after the curb, braking at the dark mark. There it is. Get on the gas at the apex. Use all of that, look. It's fine. Plenty of grip on there, as long as you don't go on the grass. We'll do one more lap. Tyres are up to temp now. We'll move the car right over to the right, just at the 50 board. We're going to be braking in a straight line. Out to second gear. Cut this curb. Short shift to third. Then flat out all the way around here. Looking for the access road on the right hand side. That's going to be our braking marker. Down 2 gears to third. Trail braking at the apex, then you can get on the gas. Move the car over to the left. Again, find your braking marker here. Just playing with the throttle, don't rush it there. Down 2 gears to first, cut that, get on the accelerator. And on the brakes again, trail brake to the apex. There's the grip coming back there now. At the tree, we're going to be braking. Down 2 gears. Trail brake. Be nice and gentle with the throttle here. It will wheel spin. And this is flat out. If you've opened up this left, this is flat. Up to fourth and looking for our braking marker. There it is. Down 2 gears. Turn in at the end there. And get on the accelerator. And that's a bit of a better lap. Your lap times will start to drop off after probably 3 or 4 laps. You won't get the same lap times what we're getting here. So you can see this is quicker than the flying lap that we did, but we're on fresher tyres. So that's a 32.2. I think the flying lap was a 32.6. That was on tyres that had done 9 laps. It's all about those 2 turns. Turn 1 and then turn at the bottom of the hill, the left-hander leading on to the back straight. So now we're going to talk about pit entry, pit exit, and then we'll go over overtaking. So pit entry here at Interlagos, really quite simple. There's a really nice marker that we can use to brake. So as usual, you're flying down here just as if you were on a normal lap. Stay to the left of the white line there. So we're going to be in 5th gear. And braking marker, if you look straight ahead there, you can see all of the tyre marks in the distance. Well, it's the first lot of tyre marks that we're going to use. Not these. Don't really count them. This darker part here. So round about here, this is what we're going to use as our braking marker. So get on the brakes there, hard as you can, pit limiter on, and you'll stop in time within the speed limit at the yellow cone. Really, really quite simple. I'll show you that on a flying lap. Right, so we'll simulate a pit entry now. Flying lap, normal speed. You keep accelerating around just as you're on a normal lap. Left hand side of the white line there. Pit limiter on. We're looking for those tyre marks. There they are. I've spotted them. There we go. Pit limiter on. There we go. Nice and safe in the pits. Pretty straightforward. Probably the best pit entry on iRacing. So pit exit at Interlagos. It's not too bad, but you can get dragged into the grass down the long pit exit. So pit limiter on. Ideally, you want your car right over to the right hand side here when you're going to exit the pits. If you've got that pit garage there where my guy is, it's really difficult. But if you've got your car over here, it's not too bad. So green cone, pit limiter off, just nice and easy round here. Up to second gear, open up this right. Then accelerate, but just be careful. Just nice and gentle with the throttle. Follow the line on the inside. And then stay to the left of the white line at the end of the blue cone. Now you can move across. The only thing you need to worry about here is cars on a flying lap. Again, as always, watch your relative. Make sure that you're not going to impede anybody on a flying lap. If they are coming by, let them go. That's the only thing you need to worry about here at Interlagos. Right, let's talk about what I think you can best get an overtake done here. So, overtaking here at Interlagos, there are quite a few places where you can get an overtake done, but it all depends on whether somebody defends or not. So, turn 1 obviously is one of the main overtaking opportunities, but that all depends on what kind of run you've got out of the final turn. Let's say, for example, you've got a really good run. You can go up the inside nice and easily, no dramas. But if the guy's defending, if he has this line, if he's defending the inside, what are you going to do? Well, you're going to go around the outside, turn number 1, and get the move done into turn number 2. So, as we're going to be going a little bit wider, we can brake a little bit later into turn number 1. So just after the 50, and we're going to be braking again, just the same in a straight line, but we're going to be giving the guy room on the left-hand side. So again, try and pinch him in as much as you can. You want them to have a nice tight line. Make their line as compromised as it can be. But then, this is where we're going to get the overtake done here into turn number 2. And he's going to be wondering where you are. Everybody always worries here on the outside that you're going to get punted. That's where you're going to get the move done. If you don't get it done, and you are too wide going along this straight here, well, this is another great place to overtake. Not this turn, but at the double right, but you need to hold it round the outside here, and it might mean taking an off track to get the move done if you desperately want it done. But again here, if this guy's got this line on the inside and he's defending, well, we're just going to go around the outside here. And if we can hold the outside line here, then there's no way back for him round the double right. We'll get it done. So again, we're going to give this guy loads of room on the inside. We're going to turn in late, same gear, everything's exactly the same. But we're going to hold this outside line. You might need to take an off track, but sometimes that's just the way it goes if you want to get the overtake done. So he's on the inside here. We're going to hold this outside line, but now we've got the inside of this double right. There's no way anybody's going to hold the outside line around here. And then we're just going to keep a nice tight line all the way around here, and by now he's gone, the move's done. We can then hold the defensive line going into this little complex here, and there's no way back. Round here on a normal lap, it's pretty much a procession. Yes, on the first couple of laps you might be able to sneak a position or two as everybody bunches up, but generally you're not going to get any overtaking done around here. In the closing stages you will do. You'll get some people going too wide down into this left turn down here, but I would much rather wait, hold my normal line and try and get a really good run and get the move done down the long straight. They're my top tips for overtaking here at Interlagos. So there we go, that's week 5 done here at Interlagos. Please let me know down below in the comments how you get on. What were your times before the guide? What were your times after? Did I help? Did I cover everything that you wanted to be covered in a guide? So next week we go to everybody's favourite, Spa. So that should be incredible. As always, thanks for watching. Keep it pinned. See you later. Cheers.